Here's a moment that could shape Europe's security for years to come. For the first time in history, NATO fighter jets have shot down Russian drones inside Polish airspace. Yeah, you heard right. Russian drones over Poland, a NATO country. And it's not just a one-off. There were 19 separate drone intrusions, most of them coming in from Belarus, starting just before midnight, stretching into sunrise. Let's break down how it happened. Early Wednesday morning, as Russia launched attacks on Ukraine, those drones veered right over the border into Poland. Polish F-16S, Dutch F-35S, Italian early warning planes, German Patriot systems, NATO, refueling aircraft all scrambled in a coordinated response. By the end of it, at least 4 drones were shot down, but what's really important here is that NATO didn't hesitate. They acted fast. This isn't just some technical glitch or a drone gone off course. NATO and Polish commanders assessed these drones weren't just lost, they were deliberately targeted into Poland. That changes everything. NATO's Secretary General Mark Rutte called Moscow's actions absolutely reckless and dangerous. And honestly, it's hard to overstate how big of a deal this is, because when you have Russian military hardware flying over NATO territory, you've crossed a red line, a literal red line. The response? Poland immediately invoked Article 4 of the NATO treaty, which means they called all member countries for urgent consultations. That's something that only happens when a member feels threatened. The North Atlantic Council, the heart of NATO, met in emergency session. And the message from every country was solid: full solidarity with Poland, zero tolerance for any violation of alliance airspace. Here's why this matters for everyone, not just military analysts or politicians. For decades, NATO's promise has been crystal clear: attack one, and you attack all. When Russian drones were shot down over Poland, that was NATO putting words into action. This wasn't just defense, it was a signal to Moscow. So what happens next? NATO's ramping up defenses, investing more in new technology, urging countries to step up production, so they're ready for whatever might come. And in a clear message to the Kremlin, NATO leaders basically said, stop violating Allied airspace, we're vigilant, and we'll defend every inch of NATO territory. This is a moment of high tension, and nobody wants escalation. But the stakes are real, because Europe's security, and maybe even the peace of the whole region, just got tested in a way we haven't seen before. I'll keep watching and breaking it down, so you know what's really at stake. Stay tuned. To understand why this matters so much, we need to look at NATO's founding principles. For over 70 years, the alliance has deterred aggression through collective defense. Eastern European countries joined NATO seeking exactly this kind of protection. And now, with the war in Ukraine, those fears have proven justified. Modern warfare has evolved beyond traditional aircraft and missiles. NATO's integrated air defense can track and identify threats in real time. The coordinated response proved the alliance's readiness and interoperability. Behind the scenes, diplomatic channels are working to prevent further escalation. Baltic states and other frontline NATO members are watching closely. This incident tests not just European security, but the entire alliance system. Defense spending and military readiness will likely increase across member nations. Citizens in border regions are being briefed on emergency procedures. NATO's message is clear: the alliance will adapt and respond to new threats. While maintaining strength, all parties hope for diplomatic solutions to reduce tensions. Today's response proves that NATO's collective defense commitment remains unshakable. As this situation develops, the world watches to see how 21st century security challenges will be met by an alliance forged in the 20th century, but still vital today.